Okay guys, and we are moving swiftly on to the second game in the best of 5 series in our second matchup in our semi-final of our SCB Cup. We have Franky playing huhuh, huhuh opting to play Zerg this time instead of random, and Franky's carrying on with what he's best at, and that is Protoss. Most likely going to be seeing that Overlord moving across to the top position. As you can see, huhuh has spawned in the bottom right position. Well, I wouldn't say bottom right, but on the 3 o'clock position. And we have Franky spawning in 12th position as the red Protoss.
Well, I like to whose choice here, choosing the map Scrap Station and choosing Zerg. I think that's because Scrap Station is a little bit Zerg favorite map. If you can watch his natural expansion here, it's easy to defend. There's just a small choke here. You can get a good concave off on if or surround if people are trying to get bust into there. And also the enemy always have a huge ramp. You can bust in with speedlings or banelings, making it really difficult here to wall off on the ramp.
We have seen that Franky has opted to wall off his base at the bottom of the choke. I mean, past the destructible rocks, past his natural expansion, and most likely going to put 2 gateways there and use that as the front door.
Yeah, so expect the same gameplay opening here by Franky, putting up 2 gateways and then doing a lot of pressure here, forcing huhuh again to produce way less drones than he would like to. So it's gonna come down to how huhuh is gonna respond to that.
Indeed, so we see that Franky has sent his second probe down. It's most likely going to put 1 gateway down. Will he put the second gateway down, or will he be opting to go for cybernetics? And the answer will be revealed very soon once he makes up his mind.
There you go, second gateway. As expected. We see here huhuh did, I think he noticed that in the beginning. He is reading his opponent's mind here, grabbing his gas really early, trying to get his speed upgrade, or maybe even roaches instead of going for a super fast expansion. So it will be prepared again for a 2-gate push, and just gonna come down to how many units he's gonna produce. And the more he's gonna produce, the more it will hurt his mid-game economy.
Currently, I mean, huhuh cannot see where the gateways are. If you move on to huhuh's spectating cam, he can only see that there is a pylon in the main base. He does not see where the gateways are, and maybe lights are going off in front of Ted now. What is Franky going to be doing?
So he's probably thinking of the 2-gate opening. It's a little bit your standard to put it right there. If you want to do a 2-gate opening and then a fast expand, you can do it if you put the gateways right there. But also there is a possibility for some hidden proxy gateways right close to the base, so he has to be prepared for any GC coming up. So he's setting up 1 spinecrawler to defend his mineral line.
And yes, again, Franky is moving out with his zealots. He is going to do a 2-gate zealot push and see this time if huhuh will be prepared for this.
Yeah, and who is scouting with his first circlings here around, he was really aware of the possibility of any hidden proxy gateway, so he's scouting out every possible angle, and he has to run back since the first initial 3 zealots are coming in. On the production tab there's just 2 more links, so we have like 6 links in total, 1 green, but the spinecrawler gonna be helping a lot in the defense.
He does not want to engage too early. Should let that spinecrawler also poke out.
He might use the help of the spinecrawler, but no problem at all. Still 6 Zerglings here, speedlings ahead since the upgrade did kick in. He's even dropping his second spinecrawler, and that's a little bit surprising, to be honest, since you shouldn't really expect Franky for going more aggressive moves, but he has his overload place, so he will notice the second he will grab his natural.
Indeed, and I think that he has dropped a baneling's nest, so most likely going to be some baneling busting into that front door of Franky's. But will he be able to hold off? I mean, he has got his forge expansion coming out, most likely going to be getting that weapons upgrade.
Or Franky's killing Salad after Salad with some nice rounds here. They're all walking alone. Franky trying to position them against the wall here to get a little bit lesser surround. But nice job in general here by huhuh, costing Franky 800 minerals, but huhuh only did lose 575 by now.
thing also worth noticing is that huhuh has gone in for an all-in tactic. He has not bothered getting any more harvesters. He's sitting currently on 15 harvesters compared to Franky's 25.
And Franky is, as expected, grabbing his natural expansion after his first pressure. So it all comes down to huhuh's push with the banelings, if they can do a lot of damage, but the pylon is a really weak spot in there. Just a couple of banelings can kill them all. So maybe he should position his zealots to protect his pylon, or he has to worry about those banelings. At the same time, he's trying to put up some cannons in the back to help defend this position. Here come the banelings all running on the zealots, taking out all the zealots. So he's just gonna go straight for the pylon with his speedlings instead of the banelings, using the banelings here to kill all of the zealots. And the pylon will fall very, very soon. Franky trying to block off anything he can, building more and more pylons, more and more structures. But the Zerglings are in the base right now and can just run happily into the mineral line, the prop line, and do a lot of damage.
Indeed so, and one thing worth noting, there is no cybernetics core, so there will be no sentries, and all these probes will be getting taken down with complete. Oh, we do have some more banelings morphing in.
He's trying to use banelings on the probes, but he should take him down using all the probes on the banelings. Can he take him out before they evolve and explode right there? Nice job by Franky in killing those two and using the zealots to fend off the speedlings, so this didn't quite work well here for huhuh. At the same time, he's trying to push at a main door, but there's already a photo cannon and more pylons being warped in to help ward off, so Franky should be a little bit safe at this moment. That's why huhuh is trying to take down the rocks to use the back way here to come into the base.
Indeed, but I think Franky may be well aware of that. He has also got a pylon already positioned over the structure rocks. I mean, the initial push from huhuh has set him back majorly. Currently, he has only just put up his expansion, whereas Franky's expansion has been running happily for quite a while.
Yeah, and Franky has almost twice the income by now. And also catching up in army size, but it's only probes for the most time. It's just only 2 zealots here guarding the back door with 2 cannons at the front door, but the cannons will not help at any fight. Once the rocks will fall, and you will note any second once huhuh will start attacking those rocks by the vision of his pylon.
Indeed, I think if Franky can see that there's Zerglings on the rocks. What is Franky going to be doing about this though? The Zerglings will take quite a while to kill the rocks, so Franky will have enough time to organize and how to defend this.
Why is huhuh stopping here the attack? I think that's not a wise choice. He's giving here Franky more time to set up any defense. He's warping in 4 more gateways, so the more time goes by, he will be clearly ahead in army count and numbers. So huhuh already falling back behind so far, and I don't see this push could work anymore now.
I think if the worker count says it all, really. It is 45 to 29, and the income tab showing about.
Wow, 1 baneling in the probe line. Sorry for interrupting. I was 1 sneaky baneling or 2, I think, in Franky's probe line, killing about 10 workers here. I just randomly clicked in there. I saw something happening. I don't know how he came in there, but it was just making boom and 10 workers gone. It was a really nice move by huhuh.
Was it in his main base? I actually missed that action.
Yeah, I think there was a circling hidden or 2. Yeah, there was 2 circlings left for an initial push where he lost his 2 banelings and other circlings. I think he hit them in the back, just morphing them to banelings and them using on the mineral line. Really nice play by huhuh.
I guess that has drawn the worker count closer, but still, Franky is favoured in the worker count and income wise.
Yeah, that's right, and I think huhuh is putting all his hopes into his spire, which is growing right at this moment. At the middle of his base, just using the creep here with his, extending the creep with all the creep tumors and the overlords even, and not putting the spire anywhere close to any mineral line, so it's not gonna be spotted early if there's an observer flowing in. We have the first Mutalisk here coming in. and it depends a lot on the Mutalist, but Franky has way too many Stalkers at this point to make a lot of damage. So I don't see huhuh coming into this back. He should maybe double expand right from the beginning if he's not going to go for his early Speedling and Baneling push, which he retreated from. So we see even flyer attacks and the centrifugal hooks for the Banelings here on the upgrade side by huhuh.
Indeed, and I think this is one of the so-called better counters to anything, where you get the infestors to fungal growth and lock any units in place, have the banelings run in, take out the main force when they are fungal growth, and then finish them off with the Mutalisk. This has been well talked about on the forums, and hopefully it will be used in this this matchup.
Well, looks like Franky is doing a little push out here and killed the rocks himself with many Stalkers in his mix, just lonely Stalkers, just running in the middle of the Zerg army, and those Speedlings can do a lot of good damage against the Stalkers if they can have a nice round. He's pushing in for natural right now. And huhuh is engaging with all the Speedlings, getting his round on the Stalkers, but he's using some nice blink micro to get out of here. And pulling back.
Indeed, and only now we're warping in some zealots to take in the front, because we all know that stalkers aren't the best against Zerglings.
At the same time, huhuh is trying to do some damage on the mineral line here in the base by Franky with 6 Mutalisk he has. We see a lot of Stalkers being warped in by Franky, fending those Mutalisks off, even using Blink to chase down one of those, which is escaping with almost 30 health, just flying to the next mineral line, doing more damage there.
Indeed, and I think huhuh has overcommitted himself in that last attack. All he needs to do is fly between the both bases, pick off 2 workers, and carry on the harassment. There's no reason for him to engage that Stalk army, and yet again he is moving back into this.
Yes, trying to do a little bit damage here with the Mutalist. There's no reason to let them sit anywhere on the map. You use them if they have them. But here we see Franky is moving in, that's why he's pulling in his Mutas back, and there's a lot of zealots in the front here, just holding off all those Zerglings while the Stalkers can happily shoot from the back. I don't see the Zerg coming out of this, just sending in the Mutas in there, but will be shot down by the Stalkers.
Indeed, and I think this is lights out for huhuh yet again.
Yeah, and he calls it GG. A little bit typo here with HH on the GG, but no problem. So maybe he should have stick to his plan, doing his Baneling bust there. He retreated when he still had a chance by breaking down the rocks and running in, and then just grabbing 1 expansion. If he would have tried to come back in the game, he needed to double expand to catch up in economy, but it just quite didn't work. So Franky did out macro him army wise and had an easy timing, just running in there and destroying the rest of the Zerg forces.